Welcome to the UpNext AI podcast. It's Monday, June 15th, 2026, and here's what matters in AI today. Our top story. TechCrunch reports that Amazon CEO Andy Jassy may have been the source of security concerns that led Anthropic to cut off worldwide access to two models on Friday. According to TechCrunch, citing reporting from the Wall Street Journal, Jassy told Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and other officials that Amazon researchers used Anthropic's Claude Fable 5 to obtain information that could be used in cyberattacks. TechCrunch says the government then imposed an export control ban on the Fable 5 and Mythos 5 models. Amazon did not confirm the substance of those conversations. TechCrunch reports that an Amazon spokesperson said it is not uncommon for governments to seek the company's counsel on potential security risks, but that Amazon does not share the details of those discussions. The same report notes that AWS was also affected by the model cutoff. TechCrunch also says the information in Reuters similarly reported that Amazon, which is a major Anthropic investor, had communicated concerns about the security of Anthropic's models. And in TechCrunch's account, David Sachs described the episode as involving a trusted partner that came forward with a jailbreak, after which the administration asked Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei to fix the issue or dedeploy the model. Anthropic, for its part, argued in a blog post cited by TechCrunch that the capabilities apparently causing concern are already available in other publicly accessible models. The bigger takeaway here is that this is no longer just a model safety debate in the abstract. It looks more like a live power struggle between a frontier lab, a major cloud backer, and the US. Government over what counts as an unacceptable capability and who gets to make that call. Staying with Anthropic, the Financial Times reports that the Trump administration directed the company to limit access to its latest AI models for foreign nationals on national security grounds. That matters because it sharpens the operational consequence of the broader dispute. In the TechCrunch reporting, the focus is who may have raised the alarm. In the Financial Times framing, the practical outcome is that access to the latest models was blocked for foreigners. A related public statement, highlighted by Simon Willison, said the U.S. government had issued an export control directive to suspend access to Fable 5 and Mythos 5 by any foreign national, whether inside or outside the United States, including foreign national Anthropic employees. That statement also said access to other Anthropic models would not be affected. So the picture taken together is unusually stark. Reported security concerns escalated into a government directive, and that directive appears to have forced a real and immediate access cutoff around two frontier models. This is worth watching not just as Anthropic drama, but as a template. If governments start treating advanced model access the way they treat export-controlled strategic technologies, the AI market could become more segmented by nationality, employer status, and jurisdiction than many teams have planned for. Now to the research section. A paper published earlier this week on Archive introduces EvoArena, a benchmark for testing LLM agents in dynamic environments. The core point is simple and useful. A lot of agent benchmarks assume the world stays still, but real deployments do not. Software changes, tools change, task conditions change, and information changes. EvoArena is designed to measure whether an agent's memory and behavior stay robust as those changes pile up over time. The authors frame this as a gap in current evaluation. Instead of checking whether an agent can remember something once in a fixed setup, they want to track memory evolution across progressive updates in environments like terminal, software, and other changing task settings. In plain English, this is a benchmark for whether an agent can keep the right things in mind after the ground shifts under it. That is a more realistic test for long-running assistants and workflow agents than a static one-shot score. Bottom line, if you only test agent memory in frozen environments, you may be overestimating how reliable that agent will be in production. Are you building apps with voice? Elevate your app's voice capabilities with 11 Labs. Their API is a game changer for embedding dynamic, responsive voice interactions in your applications, providing unprecedented realism, flexibility, and latency. In fact, you're listening to one of their voices right now. If you are a developer looking to elevate user experience with natural voice interfaces, this is your solution. Visit upnext.fm/11 to check out their latest offerings. First, the Financial Stability Board has released an AI governance framework for financial services called Sound Practices for Responsible Adoption of Artificial Intelligence, according to a Forbes piece. The useful signal here is that finance is getting a more formal AI rulebook, even if the surrounding debate is now shifting toward whether those frameworks are strong enough in practice. Next, Turkey has announced a new national AI action plan. According to Anadolu Agency, the country says it will mobilize at least $10 billion in mainly private sector investment for data centers, cloud computing, and AI infrastructure. The plan also includes goals to increase data center capacity by 2030, train advanced AI specialists and application professionals, and provide AI literacy training to 5 million citizens within 2 years. And one for developers. Simon Willison highlighted a Pyodide 314.0 change that allows Python packages built for Pyodide or compatible PyMscripten runtimes to be published directly to PyPI and installed at runtime. The practical upshot is that distributing Python packages for in-browser and WebAssembly-based use just got a lot less cumbersome. Before we wrap up, a quick note. This podcast is generated with the assistance of AI and is intended for informational purposes only. All referenced articles, research, and commentary remain the property of their original authors and publishers. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. And that's your briefing for today. Full source links are in the episode notes, and we'll be back tomorrow with What's Up Next.